Hey, this is Raw Spoon. These are my thoughts and stories from my blog. Enjoy! I wrote a blog for Why Am I Today, which is a subsidiary and initiative by Our Daily Bread. The blog was basically this idea. I was hanging out with this girl a couple Christmases ago now, and she's been a friend for a long time, but the chemistry just seemed to be there, so that when I left that night, I was really sad I was alone. It's hard to go home without having a hand to hold at Christmas time. And I started thinking about, what's wrong with me? Is there something about me that makes me unlovable? And then my mind started going to that argument I had with my brother a few months earlier and thought, am I a bad family member? And I thought about my one time that I accidentally slept through breakfast with a friend, and wondering if maybe I am alone right now because I haven't been a good friend. And I start going through these lies that I tell myself that make me think that I'm not enough. And it's strange how loneliness and the feeling of loneliness can kind of get those lies started. Something about it makes me think that I'm not enough. But I think I was looking at it wrong. If I'm looking at my happiness to be filled, first of all, by other people pouring into me, I think I might be doomed. I'm going to be doomed to be sad more often than I need to. If I can remember that God is the one that pours into me, and from that abundance I pour into others, I'll be in much better shape. But maybe you feel like God doesn't love you. Maybe you've had a lot of pain in your life and felt deserted, or you've seen some people who have had a really hard time in life and you think maybe God isn't the source of abundant love. I would like to remind us that the source of pain and a lot of the feeling deserted in this world is not a result of God's decisions. Like, He doesn't choose to leave us. I think it's just a result of this free will world that He's placed us in. And people have chosen to hurt us, and we get hurt because of the free will God has He's allowed to be present in this world. It's not because He chose to leave us. So a good way for me to remember what type of love this is that God gives to us is if I think of the pure love between a father and their child. Like, think of your son or daughter or niece or nephew at their best, when you just love them because they are your little one. They are the one that just because you are family, you love them unconditionally. I think that's the type of love that God has for us. Or think of the love that you have for a puppy when you just see this cute young puppy wanting to lick your face. That's kind of like us with God. He's so much bigger than us. And if that can help us remember that God is there for us, I'd say go for it. The Bible says that God first loved us, and that's why we love others. And in Acts 20:35 it says, "It is better to give than receive." So my prescription for loneliness is to start loving others. And if you try to love others and they still reject you, as long as you have done your part to make the relationship good, you can't do anything beyond that. And you can say, I've done my part, and I won't let their rejection make me feel worse about myself. Even though it is amazing to have people that love us and take care of us, and we know are there for us, a lot of times we may not realize it. There will be times when we feel lonely. But to be able to remember that the creator of the world is the lover of our soul, and we can be a pitcher to be poured into from the source of all love, instead of depending on other people to pour into us, we'll be a lot better off.